you guys know this. I saw you on the orange carpet the other night. I know you have your premiere tonight.
Yeah.
Excellent. I will be there. So tell me about your film just briefly for our viewers, and then I have one question for you.
Our film is called Cabali and the Tiki Mug Obsession, and it's two stories interwoven. One is about Finney. He's a self-proclaimed mug addict. Finney has been collecting tiki mugs for the past essentially 20 to 25 years now, and he's amassed a collection of over 1,000. And the other story is about the history of the subculture of tiki and tiki mug collecting. Feature-length documentary.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Not life-changing,
Nope.
but something interesting and human, I think.
Yeah.
I used to work at Don Beachcombers in Malibu in
yeah.
college.
Yeah.
We wore this kind of things. There were cocktails on fire.
Yeah.
There was a lot of really interesting music.
Yeah.
And there were rats in the ceiling because they had these old thatched ceilings.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
So the question that I wanted to ask you is, going in, I'm sure you had a vision for the film and a theme and a message. Coming out of the film, when you wrapped and you're done and you had a moment to think about it, did that message come through, or did the message change to something else, as art does?
Yeah, that's a great question. It did change. I just wanted to tell a story about a guy finding his purpose in life, and also this community that shared a love for a particular form and for each other. And what we found was, after the first group of people that had seen the film, the comment that we got was, this was a film about people. It was about connecting. It was about a connection to one another. And that to me was just the coolest sort of thing that happened.
That's nice.
Yeah. And the second half of the film was our sort of desperate quest to build this space, this immersive environment where all these mugs were going to be. And I kind of feel like that there's an allegory to the filmmaking process, because I think we got about halfway through the room and you think that you know where it's going, but at a certain point, I think if you're a good artist, you start listening to the space and where it's telling you it's going to go. Particularly if you have the luxury, which we really didn't, of having an unlimited budget, but we really pushed it. But I was working mostly with craftsmen and not with contractors. And so I really became truly collaborative, just like the filmmaking process, in that once somebody had an idea, if somebody else was able to build on that, it became more important about who had what the idea was, not who had it. Yeah. And I think if you have an open environment, that's really where you sort of get this gestalt thing where it's more than the sum of the parts.
Right.
And I think the filmmaking process and the building of the room were very much alike in that respect.
That's so interesting, and that brings us back to people and how we weave together and why. And sometimes over a mug, sometimes over a child, sometimes over a catastrophe, a fire, or a pandemic. Yeah, we have to make.
And you said something earlier that I think it was good. You said, we don't have a hard-pressing film. Our film is not about conflict. It's not about abuse or something like that. Our film is really about escapism. The idea is you come and you see our film, you dress up to come see our film, and you get caught up in the audio, because we have a fantastic soundtrack by Tony Marsico, and the visuals. It's a very colorful film. It's like a journey. So for 96 minutes, you kind of step into this world and hopefully forget about what's going on outside of the theater.
Ah, a beautiful thing. That's good. I agree. Some of us have to have.
Yes, we're doing our job.
Yeah, you're doing our job. Wow, that's good.
You can tell her a little about your mug collection and just where that is, maybe.
Yeah, I think people will say tiki mugs. Does that really warrant a documentary? But I think that's really just that's the premise. And I think that Josh was very artful and thoughtful about the community, which has now become a global community, and succeeded in making a movie that was really about the people and the passion. And I think that's why it's maybe surprising some people that it broke out of its little tiki genre, because I think that at its heart, it's truly a movie about community. And Tiki and the Tiki mugs, although he does a great job of documenting the history of Tiki, using the mugs as a lens or sort of the device to keep the movie from going too far in one direction or the other. So there's a lot of informational stuff there, but I think if you really want people to care, that you're going to have to transcend Tiki at some point and you're making a film about people and aspects of collecting, and we all know some obsessive person, and there just might not be Tiki mugs. They're into this or they're into that. But I think the broad strokes are about humanity, really.
Yeah.
Oh, said, nice. Finney, I love your self-awareness of it's a Tiki mug, but
Right.
so it's more. Because with the mind of a collector, you could get really just, you know, the Tiki mug.
Nerdy, yeah.
Yeah, but you're seeing the humanitarianism in it and stuff.
I don't want to make it too grandiose.
I
think
know.
that, in order for somebody to identify with the story that you're telling, it's not necessarily they don't have to be into Tiki.
Yeah. Our tagline for the film is basically every mug has a story. And in this film, the story of a particular mug, which you saw the other night on the orange carpet. And these stories can get blown out, and they could be, some of them become mythology, and we approach that in our film. But what's cool about our movies is you see this story about this mug and this guy and this bar. And what I love about Finney is he created a space in which people can visit, learn the history of this, but also just share it with other people. They can take photos of it. They can learn more about it. And when you have spaces on Earth that invite people in, and for a good reason, I think that's important. We need more of them.
Good. All right. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time. Thank you very much. It's so nice
It's always great to see it on the beachcomber.
Yeah. I